would love y'all opinion on what I'm calling the fake TikTok ban, because I can't believe after months and months and months on end of them threatening to ban TikTok, what we actually got was a 15-hour ban. Now, about a day and a half ago, I'm scrolling on TikTok as normal, and I get this message. It says, important update from TikTok. We regret that a U.S. law banning TikTok will take effect on January 19th and force us to make our services temporarily unavailable. We're working to restore our service in the U.S. as soon as possible, and we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned. Now, this message came on January the 18th about 10:30 p.m. And then once I left the app and came back to the app, I then saw this message. It says, sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. And the only options you had was to close the app or learn more. And so I just kept closing the app and reopening it, thinking that, I don't know, maybe the message would go away. But it never did. It never did. And then after a few times, TikTok just even stopped loading in the background. It completely went dark. Now, of course, we're wondering, first of all, I thought the ban was supposed to be on January the 19th. Why are you shutting us off January 18th before midnight even comes? Then I get on Instagram and I saw where the White House was basically taunting the owners of TikTok, saying that the threats to shut down tonight was a stunt. Honey, that was not a stunt. TikTok said, okay, yeah, I got your stunt, and they shut us down immediately. Here's a statement released by the White House. It says, we have seen the most recent statement from TikTok. It is a stunt, and we see no reason for TikTok or other companies to take action in the next few days before the Trump administration takes office on Monday. We have laid out our position clearly and straightforwardly. Actions to implement this law will fall to the next administration. So TikTok and other companies should take up any concerns with them. I guess basically that's Biden saying, look, I don't have anything to do with TikTok and its ban. That's going to be on Trump when he gets in office in the next few days. Which Trump had already been talking about trying to save TikTok, even though previously he talked about shutting it down. Honey, Trump, you know Trump is all over the place. But according to the last message that we saw from TikTok, it says that we're fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate. So, I mean, obviously Trump was in the background working. He was doing his thing. Then I saw this message from Elon Musk, which just pissed me off because are you the president or is Trump the president? Why you always have so much to say about so much? He tweets that he had been against the TikTok ban for a long time because he feels like it goes against free speech, but he does also feel like the fact that Twitter, aka X, is not allowed to operate in China is not fair based on the fact that we are, allowed to have TikTok in the US. What does that have to do with anything? We're not talking about Twitter, X, whatever. We're talking about TikTok. China's rules for Chinese people are China's rules for Chinese people. That has nothing to do with our American laws, and what you said was freedom of speech. So that's why that just pissed me off. And then the very next day, the day that the ban is actually supposed to take place, we wake up with this statement from TikTok. They say, in agreement with our service providers, TikTok is in the process of restoring service. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers that they will face no penalties providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans and allowing over 7 million small businesses to thrive. It's a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. We will work with President Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States. Now, what is TikTok referring to when they say that President Trump is providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers that they will face no penalties providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans, blah, blah, blah? I'm glad you asked.
Y'all, okay. So this is what happened. This is why TikTok is back online. So there is a website called Truth Social. Truth Social is similar to Twitter. I think it's like maybe just politicians and business people who post on Truth Social. But long story short, Donald Trump has a verified page or account on Truth Social. Right about 11 o'clock, what time is it? 1:10, right about 11 o'clock this morning, Eastern Standard Time, he made a post on Truth Social, and I'm going to read it to you. And in his post, it says, I'm asking companies not to let TikTok stay dark. I will issue an executive order on Monday to extend the period of time before the law's prohibitions take effect so that we can make a deal to protect our national security. The order will also confirm that there will be no liability for any company that helped TikTok from going dark before my order. Then he says, Americans deserve to see our exciting inauguration on Monday, as well as other events and conversations. That's why we're back online, because he wanted it back online before his inauguration tomorrow. I would like the United States to have 50% ownership position in joint venture. By doing this, we save TikTok, keep it in good hands, and allow it to stay up. Without the United States approval, there is no TikTok. With our approval, it is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe even trillion.
And not even 24 hours later, TikTok was back. They say, welcome back. Thank you for your patience and support as a result of President Trump's efforts. They are making it very clear that if it was not for Trump, we would not have TikTok. They say as of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the U.S. You can continue to create, share, and discover all the things you love about TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And so that's the story of how TikTok got banned for 15 hours, but President Trump was able to get it back. So get in the comments and let me know. Did you know that TikTok wasn't really going to be banned? Did you know that Trump was really going to save it? Or do you wish that they had just done away with it altogether?